Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Butlins Minehead! The quarter-final stages of the Ladbrokes Players' Championship Finals, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. We are live on ITV Sport as we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome from Ireland? He's a two-time Development Tour winner, taking part in his first ever televised quarter-final. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrating his 25th birthday today, it's Steve Lennon! And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Netherlands, it's time to meet the world #1, the three-time reigning and defending Ladbrokes Players Championship Finals winner, and a two-time champion of the world, mighty Michael.
Can the Irishman Steve Lennon pull off the biggest win of his career, or will it be yet another major semi-final appearance for mighty Michael van Gerwen? Talk us through this one.
Well, Jackie, Chris and I reckon that Michael van Gerwen will have been watching every dart of Gary Anderson's win over Johnny Clayton, and will have a point to prove. Steve Lennon, who's done well to get through to the quarter-finals here, but van Gerwen setting his stall out. He's seen Gary Anderson record the fourth highest average in the history of this tournament over 14 legs, 110. Brilliant it was as well. 67%. The crowd singing happy birthday to Steve Lennon. I think Michael van Gerwen, though, is out to ruin the party. He will want to better what Gary Anderson has just achieved.
You better believe it. Night and day in terms of their tournament averages. 86 for Lennon, 104 for Michael van Gerwen, and his tournament average over the, I think he played in 18 of the 22 Players Championship events, 101.47. The only player of all the 64 to be over the 100 for the season.
Well, Gary's averaging 106 for this tournament. Van Gerwen averaging 104 for the tournament. And of course, the mouth-watering prospect of Van Gerwen against Anderson in the semi-finals for a second consecutive week.
Yeah, the last one wasn't too shabby, was it?
140.
If you're Steve Lennon, no pressure. Go out, enjoy yourself, play with freedom.
Exactly that. Shackles are off. There's no pressure. There's no expectation.
Michael van Gerwen has had the luck of the draw.
59.
Hasn't yet played a top 32 player to get through to this stage. Steve Lennon, the highest ranked at 39.
136.
Beating Matthew Edgar, Keegan Brown and Stephen Burton, dropping only 6 legs so far, Michael van Gerwen.
Well, he won't be one of the players who may be suffering from a little bit of tiredness. He looks as fresh as a daisy. Double 20 for double 4.
It's the way that the draw works out, isn't it?
Yep. The nature of this event. 63 left here after 12 darts thrown.
100.
Michael.
63.
Possible 15 dart, well, possible 14 dart leg now.
And on the first leg, Michael van Gerwen. Second leg, it's Steve to throw first. Game on.
Good stuff from Van Gerwen.
He won't be far off that 110 average of Gary. I totally
putting
agree
down a
with
marker for sure.
140.
We mentioned during the first game about your stats anorak, you've literally got it on. You have got it on. It's boiling in here. What are you doing?
92.
Got a thick coat on.
Got a bit of a cold, I think. I'm a big fan of Steve Lennon. I've followed his career closely.
99.
I like his action. I like his attitude even more.
Yeah, Lennon
140.
beating Ryan Joyce and then winning a last leg decider. Surviving match darts against Cristo Reyes in what must be said is
that was
possibly one of the worst matches of the tournament, but he won. A win's a win's a win, and then he came from 5-0 down. Beat Germany's Gabriel Clemens 10-7 in the third round. Great performance.
10 out of the next 12 legs against someone of Gabriel Clemens' quality. That takes some doing.
99. Mike Averrois, 167.
Oh, it wasn't far off, was it?
127.
Lennon should get at least one dart to level up. These are the chances he simply has to take. Cammy?
40. Michael Averrois, 40.
For 2-0.
20. Steve Averrois, 40.
Well, there's a rarity, certainly this weekend.
Yeah, but not this year.
On the second
What a piece it
leg,
is.
Steve Lennon.
Birthday boy.
Michael to throw first. Game on.
Gets a
Up and
birthday
running.
present.
140. $100.
It was a lovely performance by Gary Anderson.
57.
Especially that 150 checkout when it just looked like Clayton might just edge his way back in.
Just one leg where Clayton missed 3 clear darts.
80.
Yes.
That made all the difference. Disappointing and unlucky for Lennon because that was in and out, but you can see that by hitting the barrel of the other dart, it took all the pace out of it.
Who's been your best player of
134.
2018, Stuart?
I think it has to be between the two big guns, doesn't it?
140.
Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson.
170. $98.
By the way, in the PDC Ladies UK
140.
qualifier for the World Championship,
Michael Averrois, 72.
likes of Lisa Ashton and Dieter Hedman are into the
James on the third leg.
quarterfinals.
Michael van Gerwen.
Michael van Gerwen is
All legs
2-1 up.
Steve to throw first. Game on. 140.
Whatever happens, a good weekend for the Irishman.
He should be out, so that's even why he should be using this
96.
match more of a...
His biggest payday in darts is guaranteed £12,500, whatever. This is the biggest check he'll pick up for playing darts.
100.
Not a bad couple of days' work for a 25-year-old. And obviously it should take him up a couple of
140.
spots in the ranking, maybe.
He'll treat himself.
60.
Buy his own birthday presents. Talking of that Women's World Championship, Denise Ashton against Denise
133.
Cassidy in a match. Well, in her previous match, after 3 legs, she was winning 3-0 and averaging 100. I'd love to see the look on a few of the men's players' faces being up against that in the World Championships in a few weeks. Another one of those. Double 16.
Go on. Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen.
Pretty little things.
Game on.
A real showbiz shot.
85.
It's done with such annoying ease.
100.
Well, Steve Lennon never beaten Michael van Gerwen, played 6 times.
177.
And the way things are going, that isn't going to change here.
$57.
And guess what? He's averaging
140.
111.84. Surprise, surprise.
Well, if it is going to be Anderson and van Gerwen, it's
Michael Uruguayan,
going to be Sun Match tonight on ITV4.
Right, I'm going to try and get hold of Matt Porter and see if we can change
59.
the format of the semi-finals.
Best of 31.
Yeah, absolutely.
100.
Well, Fallon Sherrick is out of the qualifiers.
Games on the fifth leg.
Michael van Gerwen is very much in this match, very much dominating this match. It's a really good performance, 109.63. Steve Lennon hasn't done too much wrong, but Michael van Gerwen is doing everything right thus far. 4-1 up as he bids to take on Gary Anderson in our semi-finals later tonight. Players' Championship final, and Michael van Gerwen doing what Michael van Gerwen does. A showpiece 132 finish, an average of nearly 110. 4-1 up on the birthday boy Steve Lennon. Yeah. And we're enjoying the darts as well. Well, tonight we know that Daryl Gurney will play Danny Nopper in one semi-final. Will it be Gary Anderson against Michael van Gerwen in the other? Very much looks like it.
96.
The pair played at the World Grand Prix.
177.
And Michael van Gerwen was throwing darts like that. The second 177. He won 2-0. And over this distance at the Grand Slam last year, van Gerwen won 10-3.
140.
That was kind of with the sponsors. 10-3, 10-4 was the.
Yep. Under or over.
Was the bet, yeah.
58.
And incredibly, all 3 matches today, 2-2, 180s in the first one, 6-6, 180s in the second
180.
5-5 in the third match, and up until that point, it was 0-0 in this one.
96. Steve Uruguayan, 85.
That's unlucky, just the wrong side of the bed. Van Gerwen leaving 170 as he is prone to do. Loves leaving 170.
29.
That was a little bit of a mistake for me
Uruguayan,
doing that.
170.
Pressure now.
Well, there is.
Steve Uruguayan, 56.
Well done.
On the stick leg, Steve Lennon. 7 leg is Michael to throw first. Game on. $59.
He's won this 4 times in the last 5 years. Van Gerwen looking also to win it for a 4th consecutive year later tonight.
Look at all the events this year, Stu, where he's won them multiple times.
137.
Not been able to defend on this occasion.
European Championship, World Series finals, Grand Slam.
55.
World match play. UK Open, well, no, didn't win the last World match play, did he? It was Phil Taylor.
Yeah, well, the UK Open was beaten early on, wasn't it, by an inspired Jeffrey Deswan. The match play in Blackpool, and
Same player.
Behind closed doors here at the UK Open.
But
he hasn't hit a 180, but he's hit 177, 177, 171,
100. $60. Steve Gerwen, 124.
But how about this? Averaging nearly 100, the Irishman here. We'll look at treble 18.
Bull.
And the bull.
Oh,
happy birthday! Brilliant.
Steve to throw first. Game on.
Playing his best darts of the tournament right at this time, averaging 100.70. 3 out of 4 on his double, 75%. Michael van Gerwen's impressive enough, 4 from 7 at 57%. He's only trailing by 1.
134.
Lennon back in the match.
Back on throw.
Effectively, yeah, we're back on track, back on throw. Trying to make it 4 apiece. I say it just helps, doesn't it, when there are no expectations.
134.
You go out with the potential to play the greatest match of your life and pick up the greatest win of your life.
Yep.
57.
As you said at the top of the show, he's just playing with absolute freedom.
Look at this.
140.
103 average Lennon, 106 and a bit average Michael van Gerwen. Steve Lennon here looking to make it 4-4. Will this be the first maximum?
6 starts now for Lennon. A 140 would have left him 170.
Yeah.
Just wants to tidy this up. Should have gone for the 17s there. If he'd have hit a treble 17, it would just a big 20 to leave tops,
leave
or he'd have
tops.
switched to the 18s to leave tops, because 54 would have, he'd have been on 94.
$59.
Well, little or no pressure from Van Gerwen, so is it going to be 3 legs on the spin for Steve Lennon? That's a beauty.
67. Michael Gerwen, 130.
He may regret that.
Wow.
150.
Should have just made sure of the 20 and
Yeah.
had 1 dart at the ball.
But it was sitting so well, sitting so nicely. Biggest dart of this match is coming up right now.
8.
He's missed 4 darts for
Michael
4-4.
Gerwen, 15.
Van Gerwen normally punishes.
Game shot
And there it is.
Michael van
Well,
Gerwen.
that will have taken
Michael to throw first.
the wind out of the
Game
Lennon
on.
sails. What a chance he had to make this match 4 apiece and really put some pressure on Van Gerwen, but 4 missed doubles later.
57.
And those moments like that have
95.
plagued his season.
$140.
Unfortunately for Lennon, he wasn't able to
137.
punish Michael van Gerwen.
134. $60. Michael Gerwen, 170.
He's left it again.
$90. $60.
Played well
Gerwen, 80.
as Lennon. Those costly missed doubles may be very, very expensive.
40. Steve Gerwen, 149.
And up until that point, his finishing had been fantastic.
$57. Michael Gerwen,
Go for
40.
6-3.
No score.
Wow.
Stevie Gerwen,
Van
92.
Gerwen has now missed 4 darts at double, as per Lennon in the last leg. He's got a dart at double 12.
80.
Van Gerwen wasn't looking, was he?
40.
Had his back turned, having a sip of water.
That would have been for another break back and then back on serve.
Game from the ninth leg,
Well,
Michael Van Gerwen.
Not at his
Then they get
flying
Steve
best.
to throw first. Game on.
Grateful for missed darts from Steve Lennon, but Michael Van Gerwen does lead 6-3.
139.
If he plays like this against Gary Anderson plays like he did, there is only 1 minute.
134.
Just not punishing Van Gerwen enough when he makes the mistakes.
140.
Wouldn't surprise me if Gary Anderson's having a lie down, having had a couple of cups of coffee.
Maybe watching this with a smile on his face.
108.
Taking Michael Van Gerwen 10 legs, but there's his first 180.
$81. Michael Gerwen, 47.
Yeah,
on the
in
10th
cruise
leg,
control now, Michael Van Gerwen, seemingly on a relentless pursuit to defend his title. He seems to be coasting his way through to a semi-final showdown with Gary Anderson. He leads the birthday boy, Steve Lennon, by 7 legs to 3. He would wish he could be up on the big stage. The Aussie, Kyle Anderson, always got a smile.
Left leg is Michael to throw
Moment,
first.
it's Michael Van Gerwen smiling against the birthday boy, Steve Lennon, 7-3 up, and it looks like we're going to get that epic semi-final between Anderson and Van Gerwen.
$60.
Not been vintage Van Gerwen, has it?
Nope, far from it. He threatened early on. He got his average up to 110 and then he just sort of faded away again.
Well, don't forget, Lennon had 4 darts for 4 all. And since then, Van Gerwen has just
55.
steamed ahead.
Yeah, him and Gary Anderson do have a lot in common, and the main thing is to do that spell where they go on a streak of sub or 12 darts and unders, should I say, legs, and stick 3 or 4, and before you blink, they're within a couple of the winning line.
120.
That might have denied him a maximum. Yeah, hit the flight on the way through.
Took the impetus out of the dart.
2013, Van Gerwen's first title here, beat Phil Taylor. Last 3 years, he's beaten Lewis, Chisnall and Clayton.
Yeah, it was a rare loss to Taylor before he went from unicorn to target, and from that point on, he
90.
Sort of winding things down, wasn't he? And MVG had his way with him a few times.
140. Michael Gerwen, 54.
For 8-3.
14.
He's missed a few, hasn't he? Yeah, missed more than a few today. Michael Van Gerwen, 11 darts at double.
That's what's caused him so many problems this year.
Tops for Lennon then to punish.
87.
The
And when he's
chances
been
that
getting beat,
Yeah, but
these kind of players then have been taking those shots out.
he needs to take those. He knew from dart one to live with Van
And on the
Gerwen.
left
You've
leg,
got to take
Michael
chances
Van
when they come along.
So they get Steve to throw first. Game on.
4 legs on the bounce now for Michael Van Gerwen.
You don't get away with missing doubles like that against Anderson.
140.
Averaging 99 at the moment to Lennon's 93. Just the 180
125.
apiece. It's hard to be critical of someone averaging just around the 100 mark, but
100.
missed a lot of doubles. He's had 19 darts in total at doubles.
134.
And this year, when we've seen him get beat, it's been down to that, missing those odd 1 or 2 darts at a double.
140.
He's not been clinical enough.
At the end,
Stevie Maguire,
it appears isn't going to be too far away.
$43. Michael Uruguay, 62.
Treble 10, double 16 for 9-3.
Games on the top leg, Michael Van Gerwen.
5 legs on the spin.
13 legs,
Since
Michael to
Lennon
throw
missed
first.
4 darts to make it 4 legs apiece. Game changer.
Game on.
Van Gerwen now throwing for the win. Yeah, bookies don't often get it wrong.
Nope.
10-3, 10-4 we were saying.
I think it was under or over 14.5 legs, so they've been spot on.
57. $93.
Maybe 3, 4 throws away
136.
from a place in the semi-final. And that match with the Flying Scotsman.
A week ago, Anderson beating Van Gerwen in the Grand Slam semi-finals. They're very good friends, they really are, but
Yeah.
it's a friendship born out of rivalry on the hockey. Steve Lennon,
100.
still a birthday to remember, reaching his
170.
first ever major TV quarter-final.
I'm playing the world #1 on stage live on TV.
Can he do it? Oh, yeah, you can see the frustration. He wanted to win it with a 170. So, Van Gerwen.
30.
We've gone for double five, five for
Shot.
double five,
Timeout.
just because he
Michael Van
could.
Gerwen.
We don't often see that. 7-4, normally the route, but it's job done for Michael Van Gerwen. He goes through, and Michael Van Gerwen has dropped only 9 legs on his way through to the Players' Championship semi-final. For Steve Lennon, the end of the road. But wow, what a lineup we've got for you tonight here at Butlins at Minehead. The semi-finals will see Daryl Gurney play Danny Moffat, and then a huge, massive showdown between Michael Van Gerwen and Gary Anderson. That's coming up later. Anderson did his bit beating Johnny Clayton. Michael Van Gerwen has done his bit with a 10-3 win over Steve Lennon.